Again, everybody, I am back for part 2 of our star scrunchie right here, our star scrunchies. And basically what we're going to do is you got the first half done. So that's pretty much the hard part we got done right there. So the second part, basically what we're doing is lining everything up. And as you can tell, let me just go ahead and flatten my work a little bit. If you see these ridges here, that's what we're going to be working in next. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So basically I'm coming here because I usually start where it kind of overlaps, bring it in, and then I just start. And basically at this point we're lining it up. And so what I do is I just kind of flatten so I can see the ripples right here. And then I just go ahead and I start doing a single stitch over and just continuing. Okay, now I'm coming here to the point, and as you can see, this ripple right here, it lines up. So all we have to do is do all together 6 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and that's all you really have to do. And then you come back here and you start doing the single stitch. So 1 single stitch all the way till you get to another point. And so I am going to go ahead and pause here, and I will meet you when we come all the way around. See you in a bit. Everybody, I am back. As you can tell, you saw my cat Lucy's tail. He likes to come and help me out, and he likes to be in front of the camera, so that you will definitely be seeing him a lot. So now what we did is we went ahead and we did the star scrunchie, and here we are right here, and I already did the first row all together. So basically at this point you're going to do 2 more rows with the half double crochet making the points. And then what you're going to do is after we're done, you're going to do a complete just single stitch all the way around. Oh, excuse me, mainly because it looks very finished. And when you sew them together, it looks really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, we're going to go around. This is going to be our second row for the actual star points. So it'd be our second row for the points, third row all together. And basically as you're doing, I am coming through all the way. I'm even coming up into the fan area for the single stitch because you want to try to have as minimal holes as you can. Because when I started teaching myself how to make these, my first one had a lot of holes and I had to go back and kind of sew it all together. So you want to try to keep as minimal holes as you possibly can. And basically this is just what you do. You just kind of go around. And just like, you know, just like I said, just work on those points and just go around. And like I see, we have 2 rows. So I started on my second row. So I will be back when I'm done with the third row, and then we'll go ahead and do the single stitch together. So I will see you in a bit. Thank you. You can see here, I'm working on my last row, my third row for my point for the star. And pretty much at this point, I'm going to go all the way around. And it's just like I said, it just lines up real easy, and we're just going to go all the way around, and then we're going to do the single stitch, and then we're going to be sewing it together. So I just wanted to check in and see how everybody was doing. But if your star is a little warped kind of thing, here. If your star is a little warped, that is okay, because once you put the fluff in, see the fluff, it's really going to fill itself out. So don't worry about the warping. Right now it kind of looks like a really pretty kind of like fire flower or something like that, but it's okay. Like, you're on the right track, so don't worry about it. So I will see you at the end. And we'll start on the single stitch. Now we just finished the 3 rows where we make the points of the stars. So here I am finished with the 3, and now just to kind of like finish it up, and when it's time to sew, it just makes your life so much easier, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go around the stars with a single stitch. So that's what I'm doing, single stitch all the way around. And I'm going to come up here real quick till we get to the points. And what you're going to do at the points to really get the point, because it's going to look really awesome once we put the fluff in, is you're going to, in the space here, you're going to put 3 single stitches in. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue doing a regular single stitch all the way through. And then every time you hit the point, just put in 3 single stitches to get that point to really point. And then you are on your way. So I will see you in a bit when I come back here, and we'll sew this bad boy together and get it stuffed. So yay! Now we just finished doing the whole single stitch all the way around with, of course, the 3 stitches in the middle for the points. And now at this point, we're going to get your fluff. And pretty much, like I said, the fluff I got is actually polyfilament. I mean, that's the technical term, but it's fluff. And here's the fluff right here. I mean, I have more fluff here on the side, but here's some fluff right here. Just want to show. And basically, you can get it at Walmart, Michael's, Joann's, and I think also Hobby Lobby. So like any craft store or like Walmart or anything like that, you can definitely get fluff. Any store that sells like crafts and yarn and stuff like that, you can get fluff there. The fluff at Walmart where I live, I think it costs like maybe like what, $10 to $15. So it just kind of give or takes. So here's some of your fluff. So now what I do is I have a yarn needle right here, a needle, and I just kind of like I said, I just line it up and I just sewing it together. And then what I do is as I sew, I will sew to a certain point and then kind of, you know, stuff it a little bit, sew some more, stuff some more. Just because for me it's just easier, but everybody's different, to each their own. So yeah, so I would totally recommend that. And so this is what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of like just sewing it all together. And I'm going to get to the point here so I can actually put a little bit of fluff in so everybody can see how it's going to look. Trust me, it's going to look really, really good. So yeah, and I'm also going to be working on donut scrunchies. So I'll be making some donut scrunchies too. So I was working on a donut scrunchie last night, and I made my first one and gave it to my best friend Shalonda because she likes my crochet stuff. So, and then we go here. So, okay, here we go. Now I got a little bit here. Let me kind of sew a little bit more. So, helps if I was actually in here. Okay, so a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and just kind of, you know, stuff it a little bit. So I just take like a pinch of fluff, like a little bit at a time, and I'll just stick it in. Kind of like that. And then I bring it back. Let me get back in the camera. And then I just go ahead and continue sewing. Just continue sewing. So I'll sew a little bit more here to get down to the point, to the peak area. And then, okay, then I'll go ahead and stop. And then I'll just, like I said, just a little bit at a time. And I just kind of like put the fluff in. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and put the fluff in, and I will see you at the end. Really pretty star, like so. Yeah, this one has a little bit more holes than I like, but it's okay. But I like it. And then you could do like different star scrunchies. I have different kinds of yellow, different kinds of shapes. You know, the bigger the scrunchie, you know, if you want to make them bigger, you know, use a bigger hook, you know, use different yarn. Like I said, it's very up to you. So, but here are the different star scrunchies we have going on. And I'm going to continue making some more. I do sell these, so if anyone's interested in one, I do sell them for $10, and if I have to ship them, I will charge about $5 for shipping and handling. Nothing really big. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys some more of my videos. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sharing your time with me, and y'all have a wonderful evening, okay, or afternoon, because for me it's 2 in the afternoon here in Southern California, so it's very pretty out. So anyway.